Cool. So, welcome everyone to our Monday night team call. Hope you're all fantastic. I am pretty excited to be here tonight. It's the first call since I've been to Melbourne. Had an incredible experience in Melbourne. I know there's quite a few people on this call that have gone to different events that Deb High's put on. On her tour around Australia, which has been incredible. But before we dive into all of that, I want to invite Jo tonight on to sharing her story. Jo was at the Melbourne event and I hit her up and she's like, oh my God, do I have to? She goes, all right, I have to step out of my comfort zone. I'll have a crack. So she's going to share her story tonight on why she joined Neora, and I'm going to hand it straight over to you, Jo, so you can introduce yourself.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We're good. Okay, good, because this is the first time I've done this. Let's just jump straight into it. So I'm Jo. I live Phillip Island, Victoria. Bloody cold, so I'm in my flannelette. You get that. But here we go. So my Neora story, I wasn't looking to join Neora. I actually vowed I would never join another network marketing company. Couple of reasons. One, I'm a big introvert, often mistaken as being an unhappy person, whereas I get my energy from myself. I'm happy to sit at the back of the room and watch people. And truth be told, if I'm around too many people for too long, I actually start to cry and I just don't know what to do with myself. So I have previously joined a network marketing company, and I did that for something to do while my partner, Lee, who was then working fly in, fly out. So fly in, fly out to WA. So I saw him not very often. So I joined this company and got to the point where I needed some help. I asked for some help and my upline didn't help. I asked again, no help. So I had no support. And in the last sort of 12 months I was there, my upline changed 4 times and I just couldn't make it work. So I sent them an email and I quit. 2 or 3 months later, I was told about a new company starting in Australia. I was told about their background, the 10 core commitments, the support that people get. I was told about the Slide Edge and the personal development. And I got a little bit excited, but I couldn't say yes. It was a network marketing company, but I couldn't say no either. So I brought the day and night cream. I did that twice. I eventually was asked how I felt about the day and night cream. I said to her, yep, look, I love it, but I'm not joining. New Year's Day 2017, over lunch, I joined Neora. Well, back then it was Nerium, but I joined up and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? I'm an introvert in a network marketing company. I soon learnt that I was connecting with a group of people who they were genuine, they cared about others, they invested in themselves in order to be able to invest into others. And it was a group of people who wanted the best for me and they were going to stand with me. So I had a dream. My dream, firstly, was to be 3-year free. This actually took me 4 or 5 months to achieve for the first time. I worked hard for it and we got there and we celebrated hard. My second dream, once I got there, was to never let it go. And since then, I've had 3-year free month in, month out. Some months have been better, but I have done it every month. Earlier this year, I was challenged to dream a little bit bigger than myself. I was challenged to dream for my next 3 to 5 years, and that's starting to come up now. It's starting to fall into place. And I'm excited now to actually be able to spend time on myself and in personal development. I'm excited to sit down and dream and then sit down and plan. I'm excited about my confidence that's increasing. I'm excited about sharing the products and the opportunity. I'm even excited about attending a Neora event and meeting new people. All of that used to scare me that much that I didn't want to do anything. So I know that I can make this work. I know that I can be successful. I know that I can dream and dream big. And I'm learning, thanks to Neora, I'm learning that fine balance between being an introvert and work, speak, share. And the biggest point is to recharge again. So thankful for Neora and thankful for the journey that I'm on. And that's my story.
Unreal. That is so awesome, Jo. Well done. Everyone, if you can just jump in the chat, give Jo a whole ton of love. It's not a simple, easy thing to jump on and speak and share your story. As crazy as that sounds, but it's the truth. And I know Jo's been madly planning that all week of, how she was going to put her story together. And one of the things that I loved the most that she said to me today when I messaged her to say, "You're right to go," she said, I never have actually sat down to write my story properly. So now she's written her story properly, she can share it properly now too. And that's what we want to do, these opportunities to share your story at the beginning of these calls is an opportunity where you get to write your story properly out, where you actually create that energy and that meaning behind it like Jo did tonight. Thanks so much, Jo. Love your work. Well done. So guys, I am going to hook straight into sharing my screen, and I'm going to share with you along the way of what happened to me while I was in Melbourne with Deb. But first of all, I just want to go through a couple of announcements. As you all know, we've got the accelerator, the July accelerator. We're already about to hit the 23rd of the month. So this is your time where you absolutely want to be bringing on those brand partners to get that extra trip volume. We've got people here on the call that are leading that leaderboard in our marketplace. So congratulations. It's pretty exciting. But for the trip volume, if you want to know all the ins and outs of the details, you can go to the Canter and you can go through all this like a fine tooth comb. Always know that all the different promotions and incentives that Neora run, they're always different. So they're slightly different all the time. So you've got to go and read what the rules are and what the FAQs are. You can really bump up your volume for the trip. So, really take note, enrolling two brand partners on 500 QV, it's 1,000 trip volume. Plus the extra 2 PCs, this is 160 in trip volume. Plus the July accelerator is 500. So we end up with over 2,000 trip volume. I'm just got to mute someone, I'm not sure. Hang on a sec. Over 2,000 in trip volume. So, if your trip volume is looking a bit low, go out there and just hit these markers. I've seen people actually get on these trips that only joined, like last year, Sandy Jeffrey and our team, she joined in September, late September actually. It was like the 25th of September, and she went out and blitzed between then and the end of December and just missed out on the airfare component of qualifying for the trip. So, anything can happen. Just go for it. Always make sure you put in your calendar, guys. Saturday the 3rd of August, Puya's doing our regional. So really make sure that you put that in your calendar and show up to that. Getting these guys from the US to come and do our regionals training for us is something special. So, us turning up to the event is really important. It's very easy for us to go, oh, watch the recording, but really honestly, how many people actually do watch the recording? Just show up, turn up to the event. So I'm just going to, whoever can, if you know you're unmuted, if you can mute yourself as you come on would be just amazing. They must have muted themselves. So today I am going to go through something that was really highlighted when I met with Deb, is the 10 core commitments. And it was a really awesome conversation I was having with her because she asked me lots about my business and how I've grown my business and what I've done. And everything always came back to the 10 core commitments. And one of the things that I said to her in January earlier this year, I hit NMD the July before. I'd hit NMD every single month. I wasn't moving, and I'm like, I want to move, and she goes to me, I said to her, well, what I did is I went back to the 10 core commitments, and I was like, right, what am I not doing, or where's a gap that's happening in my business that I can go back and just assess, what else do I need to add? And when I did go back to the 10 core commitments, what we weren't doing was regionals. So that's why I started doing regionals, and I booked out for six months, which we've done already. We're already in the next 6 months of our regionals.
Yes. I've got to listen to, sorry.
If you can mute yourself when you jump on, would be really fantastic. Thanks heaps. So that's what I realized. So I want you guys to know that if you're wondering, where are you in your business? If your business doesn't feel like it's moving, or you want to make some more action or create more action, we all say there's no magic bullet. I was there with Deb going, but the thing is that the magic bullet is the 10 core commitments and the 10 core values. When we can learn to be a part of that, and that's a part of our normal flow, it's amazing what happens. I said to her, that's exactly what I did to get to NMD. So I'm going to run through these 10 core commitments. So the first one, if you are a baby new brand partner on this call, or if you bring on a new brand partner, you want to always lead them to the 10 core commitments. And first of all, get them on the startneora.com. But you also want to hook up with them to do a fast start game plan, or a getting started right. A call where you actually are going to connect with them and show them the way on how they're going to get started the right way with us, with Neora. So the next piece is 2 exposures a day, 5 days a week. And so that is literally sharing our products and our opportunity at least 2 times a day. And that is, taking somebody from not knowing about Neora to knowing about Neora. And we can do this in so many different ways. But sharing is just such a great way to get the message out there. And it is really a simple process. It is easy when we know that we need to become the messenger, not the message. And I know lots of people have heard that, but the problem that happens as you become more, either in the beginning when you don't know enough, you think you need to know everything, or when you've been around for a little bit longer, you know probably too much, and you have to really set that gauger where you're in the middle of all your role is to do is just to put all the information on the table, and it's up to people to go out there and take it off if they want to. And I love this part, because if you think what is going on in your business right now, and are you reaching out to people? Are you reaching out to people and sharing the Neora stories? And I mean literally reaching out to people. I know a lot of people get caught up in attraction marketing, and attraction marketing isn't also in our business. And I get it's a great tool, but it's a great tool to remind people that, oh yeah, that's right, Rachel's already reached out to me about that. I was so busy, I haven't got back to her. And they've been reminded because of a post that you might put on Facebook. But it shouldn't necessarily be that the attraction marketing is the only way that you bring people in. You have to reach out to people and share the Neora story. Sharing the products is another part. And I think back to when I got started with Neora, and that's all we did. We all had, we knew how much a bottle weighed. And if somebody brought that bottle back and they'd taken a little bit more than their quota, we knew, we were so all over this. And then it's amazing that how you sort of accidentally don't do this anymore. Make it a point of your business that you have actual products out and you're sharing these products with people. So number 4, attend weekly market party or real results party. Now this is another really powerful tool. It's such a great way to bring people to your anywhere. Could be to your home, could be to a coffee shop, could be to wherever you want to be creative, to go and meet some people to share our products and our opportunity. I want to explain what the difference between real results parties and market parties are, because this really kind of confuses people. So we have a market party, and a market party is really where people have gone through the exposure processes. So if you think about a month, and if we're going to plan out our month, you might have the market party towards the end of the month. All month, you're going to have those little real results parties, you know, your 2, 3 people, maybe 5, maybe 10, depends on the real results party. And you want to move them all and drive them all into that market party. Because if you think like it takes 6 to 7 exposures for people to actually have enough information to make a decision. And you want to make those 6 to 7 exposures happen in a short period of time, not over 6 months. Because 6 months, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can't even remember what I wore yesterday, not about what somebody's telling me in detail about a product or an opportunity. So we need to make sure that we do this in very close time frames together. Now, I know Puya, he taught me, you want to do your 6 to 7 exposures in a 2-week period. So I look at the differences between this market party and real results. Market party, plan one towards the end of the month. Real results, you want lots of little ones between you and your team, and you drive into that market party together. So number 5 is attend weekly training, just exactly like we are right now. If you also jump into the Neora University, which is in our back office under the Neora training tab, and they have all the NMDs throughout the United States training every single week. Bo's always on giving update information about what is going on currently in the business. So they're really good calls to get onto. So attend weekly training. Number 6 is the 10 monthly regional training. And just like I shared before, we have Puya on the 3rd of August. So, you know, what's really cool about regional training, especially as we grow, we really want to start doing them as a community face-to-face. The reason I'm doing them online right now is because there's only little pockets of people kind of everywhere. And as I said at the beginning of this call, like tonight we have somebody in Sri Lanka. That's because Deb's traveling. We've got the UK, we've got all over Australia, we've got New Zealand, we've got the Philippines. So, you know, we're trying to make sure that everybody has this training, but at the same time, the more that we meet face-to-face and be a strong community face-to-face, the stronger the relationships are. And it's all those little moments that are outside the training that actually create the culture of our business. And the culture is like the number one part of the success of a team. So, definitely, and right now, because we do them online, do online parties, like you get a whole group of people together and watch the training together and have lunch together, or have a wine together, or a afternoon tea, whatever time of the day it is in your region. You know, the more people that you can gather together to watch it together, that's what's going to create the power and the culture in your local community. Number 7, attend all major corporate conferences. So we have The Edge coming up at the end of October. Make sure you've got a ticket. Make sure you're coming. You know, like I hear so many people give so many reasons why they shouldn't come, and we can all do that. We can all absolutely give all the reasons why we shouldn't come. But when you actually get there and when you hang out together, it's just so much fun. Besides the bonus of learning really cool business building strategies, it's really just a fabulous opportunity to connect. And I love that, you know, it's a really great part of our part-time business is to have really good positive experiences together. And I think that's really cool. And that's one of the things that Deb said to me when we met at on Tuesday morning, she said to me, she said, Rach, when you think about it, people have full-time jobs, and in their full-time jobs, they have to deal with negative, toxic, potentially, some people don't, but negative people or toxic environments. There's all sorts of things that people are dealing with in their full-time job. In their part-time job, they absolutely do not want to have anything that's negative or toxic. So the more that we build great relationships together and build this really great business and make it really fun and keep it really fun, the better retention that we have and the better we are at building a business. So that was a really cool takeaway that I had definitely while I was talking with Deb. Hang on a sec, guys. Someone's hit unmute. Number 8, commit to personal development. So this is and who was on the call with Jen Elston, the regional that we had last month. This business is so built between your ears, and I totally believe that. And one of the places that I love to share with people to go for personal development, if you're not sure where to start, is going to the Slide Edge and looking at the Slide Edge, not necessarily as a book you read from cover to cover. Go into the 10 core values and go and discover our values within the Slide Edge. Jeff Olson created the 10 core values and the 10 core commitments, not just by, writing it on a piece of paper. He actually created them. And I was listening to an audio this morning, and he was talking about how each of those core commitments, they had to fight to get on that piece of paper to be one of those 10. And it was a very strategic way that he created them so people build incredible businesses. He is known to this day in the industry of creating the most millionaires. And that's purely by having such simple systems that help people win. And that is the 10 core commitments and the 10 core values. So the more you immerse yourself in these 2 areas of the business and understand them and keep to them and know that that's the magic bullet, not all the other crazy stuff that you can potentially get sucked into, this is cool. So if you want to go and you're not sure where to start with your personal development, go straight to the Slide Edge. Read the chapters. Go to chapter 8 first. Read it. Discover it. See which core value that he's lining up with in that chapter. Number 9, find a workout partner. Now, this could be a workout partner that is not necessarily in your team. It could be somebody that you've just met at an event that you get along well with. You're running for the same sort of rank, or you're running for the same sort of, in the same world. I would absolutely, they're the people I would run with. If you're not sure, ask a mentor. It might be a small group of people. It doesn't have to be one person. It could be a small group that you all run together and you have an accountability and you check in together. However you want to run this, but finding a workout partner is really important. It's really, you all know, our week's gone by since I last saw you all. What happened in that week? How many people have you reached out to? It just so easily just flies by us, and it's like July already, and it's going, oh my gosh, but I had big plans for 2019 and we're in July. So having a workout partner really helps you just stay in the movement of your business. And of course, be here in a year. And I just so believe in this. Building a successful business, it takes time. It really does take time. This isn't a fast, quick, get quick, a ton of money scheme. This is actually a true, real business. And in a true, real business, it takes time, it takes effort, and you've got to commit and invest. And that investing in that one whole year is investing in learning how to do this business bit by bit, little by little by little every day. Not, okay, I haven't done anything for 2.5 weeks, I'm going to do all this cramming for a week. No, if you can invest, a couple of 15-minute blocks every single day, we have those little time frames that we can do things. So it's learning how to do things where it's just little by little. So in a nutshell, that is the 10 core commitments. Now, one of the things it was my biggest light bulb moment of talking to Deb, and I really wanted to share this with you guys today. A lot of people say to me, I want to get to the next rank, or I want to get to A, B, or C, but they don't know how to get there. So, for instance, if you're a Premier Director and you want to get to Area Marketing Director, the best thing you can do is go and find 1, 2, or 3 people in your team that actually want to get to Premier Director. And you know already how to get to Premier Director because you're there. So you lock arms with some people that want to get there and you help them get there. And it is the absolute only way this business works. When you help other people win, you win. Everyone wins. If you're a brand new brand partner and you want to grow a business, you want to grow this business, the best thing you can go out and do is go and enroll another brand partner. And then together, you go out and become Premier brand partners. And you work together and you lock arms together, and then you help the people that come in get to the rank that you just got to. And that is the best thing about this business. You don't need to know how to get to International Marketing Director. All you need to know is how how you got to, I'm going to use Premier Director as the example. You know how you got to Premier Director. So just share with people how they have to get there too. But you'll find there's different people that come along. You don't want to be exerting all energy in pushing the wet spaghetti up the hill. Because people aren't ready at the same time that you are. But they're ready to just be maybe 3 free. Amazing. Love on them. Be absolutely, I love my brand partners who don't even want to be 3 free and just want to have an ADO every single month. Like, that's cool to me. But you need to identify, if you want to move ranks, you need to identify who in your team, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 people, if you have a team, that want to get to the rank that you're at right now. If you're a brand partner, who can you bring on to actually work with you as a brand partner, to lock arms with you, so then you guys can then learn the steps together to then show your new brand partners how they get to where you are. So for me, that was the biggest light bulb moment. I've known this all along, that you need to help people win, but to actually have it brought back to whatever rank you're at, you know how to get there. Help people in your team, identify the people in your team that are ready now, today. There's going to be people in your team that are going to be ready in 2 months' time as well. But identify the people that are ready now, today, that want to lock arms with you and run so they get to the rank you're at now. So in a nutshell, that was my biggest takeaway. And it was a very, oh gosh, that's right, moment. It was an incredible, I spent a couple of hours with her. It was an incredible opportunity. She's really excited about, really our marketplace is wide open. It is so wide open. We have the greatest opportunity in front of us. What I totally loved and took away is how, and I know all of us come from somewhere underneath Puya's organisation, we have a very strong culture in understanding the 10 core commitments and the 10 core values. We can always be bumped back in a little bit to it. But she really recognised this particular group of people are doing those commitments because we are running our business in the Niora way. And that was a really great, it was fantastic to hear because, you know, we're just doing the do and what we've been taught. We don't know in the gauge of anywhere else in the world. But she was really, she just couldn't commend us enough for what we're doing, all of the different parts of, you know, whether in Alyssa's team or Jen Elston's team or Puya's. Yeah, she really did give us a massive rap, and I was really proud of that. So, guys, 10 core commitments, 10 core values, Slight Edge philosophy, or Niora rhythm is what it's called. It's been created and designed for a reason. It is the magic bullet. Go and live in it and be in it. I'm already looking at the time. It's already past 1:30. Thank you everyone for coming along Monday night. And we will see you all next week. Have an amazing week.
Thanks, Rach.
Thanks,
Fabulous.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rach.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rachel.
Well done,